Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a new marathon. As you can see in the description, we got some metal, we got some Black Sabbath. I'm ready. And we got some Michael Schenker, Ted Nugent, and so forth. And so I'll go through the list. But first of all, thank you so much, Kevin 11, for this request, for getting in touch with me. As you can see the 1111. That's a big number in Alexia in our lives. So I love that, little touch, Kevin 11. And so thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you reaching out to me. And let's go through the list of songs we're going to listen to today. I'm ready for some heavy metal and a couple of surprises, So we're going to start it off with Black Sabbath, Turn Up the Night from 1981. Let's see. 1981. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that Ronnie James Dio was on the vocals on this one, but I could be wrong. But I think because 80s Black Sabbath, I don't think. I think Ozzy was doing his own thing at the time. Then we're gonna skip to Michael Schenker Group, UFO. What a player! So I'm very excited to do this. We're gonna do Red Sky from the Michael Schenker Group. This is called the album Built to Destroy. 1983. That's the first time I see this cover, so I can't wait. This guy is one guitar player that I completely missed when I was going through my Yngwie Malmsteen, Alcatraz days, and when I was just like into shredders and heavy metal and rock guitar players. That is one that I completely overlooked. I don't know why. Like, also in a way, Ole John Roth by the Scorpions. Just the Scorpions 80s stuff is not my favorite rock. I really like their 70s stuff, and they never really got as heavy as I like, so. But yeah, Michael Schenker is on a different level, that guy. So then yesterday I was just talking about him, Ted Nugent with Greybeard. We were on a call, and we were talking about Ted Nugent. And so this is Great White Buffalo. This is live at the, it says here, the Auditorium in Dallas, 1976. This called the album Double Live Gonzo. All right, never seen this cover. And then UFO. We got some UFO, Pack It Up and Go from the album Obsession. Let's see, 1978. So this is when Michael Schenker was still in the band, but only for a while, because I just did a marathon, and I remember that I read something that after the live album, Michael Schenker left the band actually and went back to Scorpions, and then he formed his Michael Schenker Group. And then this is a surprise one. This is Lionel Richie, which I love. I love Lionel Richie, especially All Night Long. And there's some other really cool songs, but I haven't really heard like this entire album. Can't Slow Down. I know he won a Grammy for this. The night of them recording We Are the World. So this is Can't Slow Down, 1983, and we're gonna do the song Running with the Night. So I love there's a little bit of a twist. We have all this metal and rock, and then we have a little bit of classic jazzy pop, in the vein of Lionel Richie, which I really love. Okay, without further ado, let's get into it. Again, Kevin, thank you so much. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you like the video, please do give it a like, maybe subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. We're gonna get into real heavy here. Black Sabbath. Let's see if it's Ronnie James Dio. I'm gonna obviously recognize him immediately. Like, there's no other voice just like him in the metal genre. Well, yeah. maybe. I mean, I do love. I think my favorite metal singer is Rob Halford. Like hands down, Rob Halford. He's the metal god. But I think Ronnie James Dio is right there. He's right there with Rob Halford. So let's give it up here for Turn Up the Night. Let's go. So this was very different from the Black Sabbath I've heard so far in the channel. I guess just, I wouldn't say heavier because they've always been heavy, but just the approach here, the guitar by Tony Iommi, like, I don't know if that, I mean, the tapping with the pick, you know, like that kind of, like, I've never heard him playing such aggressive solos really fast, and but it just works. So I see that Ronnie James Dio is on the vocals, Tony on guitar still, Geezer on bass, and Vinny Appice, I think he I don't know, I think he is the Children of the Grave is on this. Oh, there's such an Iron Man. Oh no, wait. Sorry. That's bonus. That's all bonus tracks. Let's see. No. What's on this that I know? There's not one song that I know. So this is the first one that I've ever heard. I guess there's like the super special ultra deluxe edition, and it has like, Paranoid and Children of the Grave. And I was like, whoa. So another name that I recognize here is Martin Birch. He is the producer, the sound producer of Iron Maiden. And it seemed a little, the bass on here was very much like it sounds on Iron Maiden. And I know that Black Sabbath is at least a decade older than Iron Maiden. So, but I think it's the producer who has like, I don't know, a certain, maybe, Iron Maiden has a certain sound and the bass is always on the forefront. And here I loved how loud the bass sounded and just everything. The singing was exceptional, the playing, everything. What a great track. And I've never even heard of this album by Black Sabbath. So yeah, that's what I love about the channel. There's always something new to discover. And it's just like, it's like a musical education, or an appreciation, because I remember when we started the channel, I was pretty much already open to new music, but not as much as today. I'm completely different in every possible way when it comes to music, and just like trying to find something of value in every single style. I think there's only one style that I can't like stand at all, which would be the reggaeton, that holy, oh my god, I can't. You could chase me with that music. Okay, Michael Schenker Group is next. Red Sky, Built to Destroy, the album. Here we go, 1983. I mean, what an album. Just the stuff that I know that was coming out. Kill 'Em All, by Metallica. We had Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden. It was just so much good music coming out. And so let's give it up here for Red Sky. Michael Schenker Group. Let's go. so good, man. It's so cool because I am familiar with the style, you know, because it does sound of the time, you know, like, I don't know. I mean, I just read that Graham, I think it was Graham Bonnet, who was in Alcatraz. He was the lead singer of Alcatraz with Ingrid Malmsteen, and I was pretty much obsessed with Alcatraz for years. And I don't know that he was in this band, and then he pretty much left the band, so Gary Barden could return on vocals. So that would be kind of interesting too, because I like, you know, Bonnet's voice. And but yeah, it looks like it was a pretty turbulent, like, venture, you know. I think Michael Schenker was pretty I don't know, like, pretty, I don't want to call him like demanding, but I guess it was, you know. I've seen some articles and Wikipedia where he was pretty much would make like outlandish demands and stuff, and so I guess he wouldn't get along too well with some band members. And you know, I get it, you know, at the time, being a rock star, it's like, that's why there, I mean, the saying he thinks he's a rock star, you know, it's because rock stars behaved in a certain way, you know. So, but that doesn't make them less badass, you know. So another rock star here, and just overall, just like he's just like a character, you know. Yeah, because I've seen videos and he's pretty nuts and stuff, and I like him, you know. He's pretty intense. Ted Nugent. And we were just talking about him yesterday, like I said. And this is Great White Buffalo, because Graybeard was talking about Stranglehold, you know, the song, because he heard it in a specific, we were playing this game online, and suddenly he's like, oh my God, I'm listening to like Stranglehold. And so we talked about him and stuff. So here goes Great White Buffalo live. And yeah, let's give it up for Ted here. Let's go. I'm sure that this is gonna be there's gonna be a lot of people who love this marathon, and obviously Duncan, he is the person that has requested most of the UFO stuff, and Michael Schenker, and so I hope you enjoy. So let's go.
Buffalo. needed some food and some skins for a roof. They only took what they needed, baby. Millions of buffalo were the proof. But then came the white dogs, with their thick and empty heads. They couldn't see past the billboard. They wanted all the buffalo. Everything was so sad. Strong eyes did I see. I think it's somebody come around to save my ass, baby. I think it's gonna come around and save you and me. Boys, I said above the canyon wall, strong eyes did glow. It was the leader of the land, baby. Oh my God, the great white buffalo. Look out, look out.
It's insane the intensity you can hear in this live recording. You can feel the adrenaline like of these players and the energy, and it's so good because I can only imagine people in the audience, they were like having the time of their lives. Like, I mean, it's something about it, you know, that's what I love. And some live recordings have that and some just don't. It's weird, it's bizarre. It's like it's there's a certain element of energy in this music, and just the recording as a whole, you know, the way they break it down and then they do a little bit of interplay and they talk, and you know, and they play with the crowd, and it's so important to not lose the crowd. And I mean, how can you with this music? You know, it's just like everybody's like excited and full of, you know, just energy and adrenaline, and I love that. And really, I love when, and I guess it's in also, it has to do in the studio, you know, to bring that over, you know. And in this one, you can feel it's really good. And I've not really listened to a lot by Ted, maybe, you know, Stranglehold, and then some other stuff on the channel, maybe 2-3 songs. I mean, by 2 or 3, I'm saying already a lot. I can't even remember, maybe just 1 or 2, but this is good stuff. This is definitely good stuff. Okay. Wow, there's like gunshots and stuff. I love the energy, and I think it is because it's in the mix, you know, the crowd in the mix. There's a lot of artists that take out the crowd. I think it depends on the music really, but it just like here it works. I want to hear that excitement, you know, by the people, and the applause and the massiveness, you know, of the people that are listening to this. So I guess it doesn't work for everything, you know, but I'm a fan of the crowd. All right, let's move on to Pack It Up and Go by UFO. So this is a younger Michael Schenker, 1978. So let's give it up here. And yeah, I think UFO, let's see. How many reactions have I done? I've done, I think, 2 with Alexia. So it looks like 7 videos. So 1, 2, 3, 4 by myself. And then I've done 1 with Alexia. And where's the other one? Let's see, show all. That's so cool that I can look up the... Okay, 2 with Alexia. That's 1, 2... No, actually 3. 3 with Alexia, and then the rest by myself. And yeah, so slowly but surely, you know, we're adding more UFO to the channel. Wow, and this one has actually... Wow, this is an old one when we barely had stuff in the back, you know. So yeah, that's cool to see. And that's the, obviously, yeah, it's the oldest one with the most amount of views because it's old. 3 years ago. All right, let's give it up here for UFO. like, I don't know, but Michael Schenker, I love his aggressive, you know, like his solos are just so good. And for 1978, I don't know, like I still have to listen to more bands from that particular year, but I mean, I do know music, you know, Judas Priest and I guess, you know, just other metal bands, but I think this guy was, I think he was on the top, you know, at that time, you know, and Yngwie Malmsteen was still, you know, in Sweden practicing, I guess, you know, and I mean, I'm sure there were players at that level, but man, this guy can play. Like, it's just really, really surprising because I've really never heard that much, and now I'm like getting exposed to him, and he was so young too, you know. He was just very freaking good, you know. But so were hundreds of others, or I don't know, thousands, I don't know. But it's just like, it's really, really refreshing, and they were so heavy as well. It sounded like almost like Zeppelin, but with more distortion. It had that style, you know, really, really cool. But again, this is also a decade after Led Zeppelin started, you know, so we have to give credit where credit is due. But I think UFO is an amazing band. Like, that's the thing with, you know, doing reaction videos, because you can't just like do the deep dive, you know, just listen to it all. It's just like one by one, you know. And the thing is, I don't want to just listen to it all and then like, hey, you know, I already reacted to this, I already listened to this. I don't want to, you know, I want it to be a surprise, honestly. It's just more fun. I know it sucks because I do have to wait and stuff, and sometimes that request never comes, you know, and then I just do it myself. But I try to pretty much, when we're gonna listen to a full album, that's when I feel the best, because we're just getting that album out of the way, and then I have one album that I can go to and listen to in full. And we have now 55 full albums. Of course, we had heard more albums in our lives, but those 55 albums, at least, you know, if I want to listen to a full album, I have 55 albums to choose from, and they're all amazing, you know. Okay, so this one is not heavy metal. So for all you pop fans, this is gonna be it's gonna be quite different. Lionel Richie, who doesn't know Lionel Richie? If this is like a super heavy song, I'm gonna be surprised, because it is on this album that, let's see, All Night Long is on here, which is, I love that song. But this is called Running with the Night. And let me just check one thing, because I don't want to. So Kevin says here, yeah, Lionel Richie, Running with the Night. And it looks like Steve, I think, what is it called? Steve Lukather from Toto. Maybe he's on this, and maybe it's the solo that he plays, because the name that Kevin gave this marathon is like Galloping Guitars and Killer Outros. So yeah, that's why these solos are so good. All right, let's give it up for Lionel Richie. So good.
Light from the neons turn the dark to day.
crazy solo, amazing, very, very fast, and you know, a lot of shredding and stuff, and so Kevin was talking about like, hey, did you know that you know, Steve, who just played this solo, and Van Halen were working together on the Thriller album on Beat It, and I did know that story because I think Steve had an interview with Rick Beato, and he told the story that they kind of like Van Halen played the solo, and I think Steve played the rhythm guitar or something, because something was out of time. Something got screwed up in the studio, and I think Steve like kind of fixed it or something. But the solo, well, I don't know if you know the story. I mean, I could look it up, but it's like, it's not fun. You know, it's funner when you guys kind of like write it in the comments. You know, it's just more interaction. But yeah, I love this. So Thriller came out 82. This came out in 83. So I guess it must have been, you know, like that's a kind of like a cool idea to have a really cool solo in a pop song, you know, like with synth and it works, you know, it works. I think the guitar at that time became just instead of the sax, you know, it was the guitar solo instead of a sax solo, and it really works. Amazing solo. Like this was really like no stops, like all the, like, I'm gonna just play my guts out here. Really, really cool. This whole marathon, very, very cool. Thank you so much, Kevin. All these bands, and I did look up quite a few things, and but yeah, I mean, Black Sabbath, amazing as always. Michael Schenker, just fantastic. Ted, great energy. This live concert. UFO, man, they're just so good. Super heavy, and this was such a surprise, you know, Lionel Richie in a heavy metal marathon, but I mean, that solo was pretty metal, you know, so that was awesome. Thank you so much again, Kevin. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought, everyone. You know, let us know in the comment section what you think, which one was your favorite tune, and yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one.